Hello. It's early Friday morning. I'd say July 24th. I still consider it Thursday. I just wanted to say a few things. I am feeling better. I kind of set my own self at ease about things. Because I think the past month I've been frustrated, but had to relieve my stress, just stop worrying about things, just let things go, move on. But I was worried the last week because I do have a appointment with a kidney doctor tomorrow, or this morning, Friday morning, 10:15 a.m. But I'm not worried because I feel really good, feel healthy. But according to my primary care doctor, she said she's worried that my last blood work still showed I had kidney problems. But as I had told her, that the infection that took my leg, which turned into sepsis, which just before I went to the hospital last November, I had told her that my pee had turned dark brown, and it was actually like that for close to 2 weeks, because after my second amputation on the 15th, everything started going back. My pee started clearing up and going back to normal, and I had no problems with that since. And I said the only thing I told her that I had a problem with was just my depression. Yeah, from everything I've gone through, as I told her last Friday, my head's just been swimming with things, stress, trying to figure out, how to get a prosthetic and how to go about my life without a leg, because just ain't easy. And then from all that, with all that bullshit swimming around in my head, it's hard for me to sleep at night. So lots of problems with that. And then if I do sleep, I have nightmares about different things, because I still get nightmares of losing my other leg, even though I have no pains in there, except for because of moving around on one leg all the time. My right leg gets tired, and sometimes at night it does throb, but that's about it. And the other thing I had told her was that I do take a lot, lots of vitamins, and back in April I added some cholesterol and heart healthy vitamins to the regimen of vitamins I take already, and that by late April it felt, I felt like a blanket just got lifted off of me. I just felt super healthy, because also I had spent October through the late March just laying around doing nothing, no exercise at all, until I got my eye walk. And then once I got my eye walk, I was able to get around, in which, as I mentioned in another video, that took me almost 2 weeks to get around and not fall. You know, and once I got comfortable, I was able to go out and about and also stay upright most of the day. And our condo here, we have stairs, so I was going up and down the stairs a lot for exercise, and just walking around as much as I could. And once I became mobile, I just felt healthier. But as I mentioned earlier, she's still worried about my kidneys. But my take on this whole doctor thing is they just want to drain, the health system, with needless, making them pay for needless things that don't need to be done. Because I ran through the same problem in the hospital. Is I had all these people come in, doctors come in, and I was there 11 days, and all these different doctors come in. Oh, guess what? I'm just going to sign your case, and I'm going to need this test done on you, so we're going to draw some blood. And then periodically throughout the day, it was just constantly doctors coming in every day, telling me how they were assigned my case and going to look after me, take care of me, make sure everything runs great. And did I ever see them again? Nope. And the biggest bullshit thing in the hospital was, I think not even 3 hours, not even 2 hours before my second amputation, they wanted an MRI. And this one doctor comes in because I had to, 4 hours earlier, they wanted me to remove all my body piercings, in which I have a whole bunch of my ears, and I also had a tongue bar, and monroe piercing, nipple piercing, but the doctor and the nurse wanted me to remove all my piercings, except for I couldn't remove my tongue piercing or my monroe because, as I told them, they were professionally put in. And I tried undoing them, just couldn't. Which an hour later, the doctor comes back yelling at me because I couldn't get it out. He's like, "But I need, your piercing taken out because the MRI, I need an MRI." And then yelling that, I couldn't do a CAT scan, because he wanted more details that the MRI can give, and just kept yelling at me. And I'm thinking, here it is 2 hours before my surgery, and they wanted an MRI. That didn't make sense to me, because also I knew he wasn't the operating physician. But, who knows how much, MRIs cost. They're not cheap. But to me, it just didn't make sense to have that done 2 hours before surgery. And if you don't know what you're doing 2 hours before surgery, what the hell are you doing operating on me, period? But I just found a lot of wasteful things that they were doing in the hospital, And that's my thing, is just, I always wondered, even since I left the hospital, if there was a way of even pursuing a lawsuit or something, just because of the way I was treated too. Because shortly after being admitted, I told them my name and all that stuff. Everything was written out, and they just treated me like crap. Because most of the doctors come in and calling me him, making sure they're calling me sir and mister and all this kind of crap. In which, like I said, shortly after being admitted into my room, I clarified it with the doctor and the night nurse that I am transgender and prefer to be called, she, miss, or ma'am, not sir. I didn't spend my life transitioning to be called him or referred to as a male. But, as I said, my 11 days there, countless doctors and nurses coming in, going out of their way to refer to me as male. Sometimes snickering, laughing, little comments, in which also don't know how many of them I've said, just get out of my room. And they're, looking at me. I said, if you think my life's a joke, get out of here. Like you don't see me laughing. And that was the other thing that's bothered me since. But also, like I said, I spoke to a different prosthetic company last week, I think it was, and he even told me that it wasn't right the way healthcare treated me either, because the thing was, my healthcare kept harassing me while I was in the hospital, telling me, calling me all the time, even sent people to my room 2 or 3 times, telling me I needed to be discharged, even though I wasn't ready. The doctor even said I wasn't ready. But I had that constant aggravation from my United Healthcare. Always, calling me a few times a day, and even called me after my surgeries, telling me I had to leave, get out of the hospital. I was like, I'm in pain. And the one time, after the first surgery, I remember a lady called and told me I had to be discharged because she goes, you just had your amputation. And I said, yeah. And I said, but I'm scheduled for to have another surgery. And she was like, just nonchalantly said, oh, but you just had a toe taken off. I said, nope. I said, I had 2 toes and 1/3 of my foot removed. And I said, doctors even right now, wants to do something else. And she goes, but, it's time for you to go. I said, as I said, 1/3 of my foot's gone and 2 of my toes are gone. Then she just hung up. And then, the next day, when they called again, I had told her that we were talking about another lady. I told her we were talking about doing an amputation, and I said it'll be finalized tomorrow, which was the Wednesday. And then, she hung up. Then I got another call that Wednesday telling me I had to leave the hospital. And I said, nope. And the lady says, oh, but you only had your, toe taken off. I said, yeah, but I'm going in for a below the knee amputation. I said, a couple of days. She just kind of didn't say anything. I said, yeah. You guys keep harassing me. And I said, doctor actually wanted to do 5 more surgeries throughout the year. So I go, it's not a small ordeal I'm going through. They want to do more, but I go, I'm actually stopping them by taking out, the lower part of my leg. But when I told the prosthetic guy last week he was surprised at how the healthcare treated me, because he even told me that I should file a complaint with the Attorney General, see what happens. And I said, yeah, it sounds like a good idea. Yeah, but that's controlling around in my head right now is even just if there's, if I could file a lawsuit against the way I was treated by people in the hospital and the healthcare. Because all that's been going on in my head too. It's just all that stress that I went through. And then also not, being able to get a prosthetic. Here I am now over 8 months out of the hospital, and no idea if I'm going to get one, because right now I have no options open except for the Amputee Coalition page on Facebook. The guy, I did a post the other day, and he told me to get a hold of their resource center, and which I called them yesterday. But there's some kind of a amputee conference thing or something, so they're out of the office till next Tuesday, and so I gotta wait till then to get a hold of them, see what happens.